Hi everybody, it's Jenny Cassill. So this is just a brief recap of what we covered earlier about how to make an assignment in Canvas. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is on the assignments button that's here, so over on your left side navigation, you'll need to create assignment groups that are that match what you are doing in Skyward. So whatever categories you use in Skyward, you're going to want to make a group with the same name to the letter as that category in Skyward. If you're using a standards-based gradebook in Skyward, I'm still working on that one. So you'll go ahead and make a group. You see that I've made two, one called assessment, one called daily work. Over here on the upper right side, there's a little dot, dot, dot for more options. Canvas uses that in lots of places. When it's up in the bar at the top of a page, it usually applies to everything on the page. When it's beside a single specific item, it usually means, hey, here's more options that go with that singular item. So the other thing we did today was we went and we clicked on this dot, dot, dot at the top of the page and said we wanted to decide that our assignments were weighted based on what group category they were in. So you have to click this button. If you don't have it clicked, this is all you see. Once you click it, then you can say, all right, here's my assessment, here's my daily work, and you put whatever percentages you want. You don't have to do that if you just have your categories where you're just using that to organize what types of assignments are where. So the next thing we did was we made an assignment, and it's pretty self-explanatory. There's a big plus assignment button right here. So when you do that, you get this assignment creation screen. So you're going to name it something that makes sense. You're going to put your content in here. Today, we just did a simple text entry option. So you can end up linking a Google Doc, you can end up putting in videos, you can end up putting in an external tool that does something. But for the most part, what we did today was just putting in a single question. So, would you rather, let's see what's a good one. Have, ooh, I can spell. Have a pet pig or a pet monkey. So down below, you can decide how many points that assignment is worth. You can decide which of those two categories that you've created. And you might have more. I only made two. In my real grade books, I have 3 or 4. So I'm going to say this is daily work. I'm going to display this as points. If you say, I don't want this assignment to be graded, you'll notice that the option for a submission disappears. So what we looked at today picked an actual grading system. If you want something to be worth 0 points, you can do that. If you want something to not count towards a final grade, you can do that. But if you want the possibility for students to turn in something, it can't be not graded. So I'm just going to leave it on points. That's the easiest thing. And there's lots of different types of submissions. What we are doing today is an online submission, and we chose text entry. So I'm going to uncheck file upload and choose text entry. Down below, I'm going to go and select the due date. That due date has to be there in case in order for you to link your grades to Skyward. So it doesn't matter what that due date is. You get to pick. You're the professional. If you want to do it at the end of the week, if you want to place it where it's due on the day that you did it in class, that due date is totally up to you, but it has to be there for the syncing to work with Skyward. The availability dates, the open and close, is entirely optional and up to you. If you want to control when students can access assignment and close when it accepts submissions, that's up to you. I leave these blank and handle that just like I do with papers in my classroom. The turn-in basket's still there, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I accept every assignment. So then when you're all done, you click Save and Publish. So now this assignment exists. We went back to the home screen over here and we selected Student View, which is over on the right side of your navigation. And now on the to-do list, you'll see that there's several different things. So there's an announcement. I made that earlier as an example for someone. And then right here is assignment number 3 that I just created. When a student clicks on this, they'll see, here's their question. And if they're like my students, they'll go, wait, I don't know where to put my answer. That will appear when they click submit assignment. Notice the other information that's here. It says when the assignment is due, Thursday at 11:59 p.m. I don't bother changing that unless it's really, really important. How many points it's worth, and then what am I, the student, submitting? A text entry box. When I click submit assignment, for some reason it's down below, but there it is, a text entry box, and I'm going to put my answer. Oh, I can spell too. Monkeys throw things. All right. Students can add a comment. This used to look different, so that's new that, or not something that we've done very often. They've got lots of editing tools. I'd never bother teaching them that. If they're interested, they can play around with it, and then they click submit assignment. For a student now, this is all done. Over here, they can see their submission details and see that, oh, they turned it in at 7:54 p.m. They can click on the submission details to see, wait, what did I type as my answer? There's my answer. And you, as the teacher, when you see your home screen again, there's going to be a new item on your to-do list. Grade assignment number 3. Every time a student makes a new submission, this will be re-added to your to-do list. So there you go. That's the basics of what we covered today. And hopefully that helps if any of you needed a brief recap.